All right, so now we're going to be looking at the Explorer Descendant report and look at why it's different than the Explorer. The first thing you will see is that there are levels here, 0, 1, 2, and 3. And here there's another table called descendants. And so what is a descendant? What is a parent? What are these hierarchies? So inside of Revit, there's a lot of things that are in other things. An example would be elements in a group, curtain wall panels, curtain wall mullions inside of curtain walls. Families within families is another big one. So this is going to let us see what is in what. And whenever we select these elements, we're going to see their descendants. So the parent is at level 0. And then, I mean, it can kind of go infinitely. Of course, that's not a best practice for Revit, but you can have families within families within families. So let's go dig into some of these light fixtures that have multiples, families within families within families. So when we select level 2, we see just the parent. So this is what's in the parent family. And then this is the first child. This is the third child, and this is the fourth child. So when we select the countertop, all we see is this element, but really these are all of the children that come from, that parent that come with it. And the walls work similar. You can tell actually the numbers don't show up here, but we do see all of their children here. So when we select this particular wall, or perhaps let's select this iteration here, we're going to see which panels and which mullion are part of this wall entity. And this is actually a huge improvement because last year, if you were to select this wall, it would not have selected or understood the relationship of any of the children, meaning you select the wall and nothing shows up in 3D. You just know, you can tell the properties here from the wall, but you had no idea of what the relationship was between the parent and the child. So this is a huge data improvement inside of Revit and more closely replicates what's going on when you work inside of Revit, but in Power BI. Now, if you start looking into this report, you'll notice that the number here is what's called supercomponent distance. So that's kind of the 0, 1, 2, 3 number in the hierarchy. And you'll also notice that this only lists the parents so that the children don't get listed as well. So for example, if we go back to our fixtures here, our plumbing fixtures, what we're doing by limiting this to 0 for this list is making sure that these elements don't also show up as parent in here. They are children, let them show up in the children table. So selecting the parent and that having an effect on the children's selection is something we're quite happy with. And of course, it starts getting nerdy, but for the people that care about groups and families within families and curtain walls and all of those hierarchies, this is going to be crucial as part of the quality of the data. And this is a great report to start with if you're going to be exploring those concepts. Now, next video, we're going to be looking into field parameters where we go deeper and give the user more option to show or not show certain parts of the matrix. All right, talk to you soon. Cheers.